You a Star Wars fan? Because you'll be amazed at number one, that a lot of women might be into the shit that you're into, but you're so worried about her judging you that you don't give it half a chance. But also some of the things that you're not into, you'll be amazed at how women would want to get into it because they want to get closer to you.
A lot of times they say shit like, "Oh, I'm free on weekends," or I'm usually free on Thursdays," or whatever the hell. So if it makes sense, then I schedule a date.
If she really liked you from the get-go, there would be no reward system you would have to look for to do anything for, right? Because it would automatically be there, And I like to do this in conversations sometimes. When you're speaking with somebody and you'll hear a girl say something like, "I'll never do this," or "I don't like this," or "I don't like that." And then you'll notice you'll say, "Nah, I kind of like it. I like it when blah, blah." And she's like, well, yeah, when you say it like that, I like it, and it's just kind of like, yeah, you switched up awfully fast for somebody that just really said they don't like something. And so, there's always been clues out there for fellas to understand, like, yo, if they really like you, they will change their whole political party.
They're not giving her real instruction. They're not letting her know what it really is. And most dudes don't do it. Most dudes don't say what it is because they're afraid to hear no, or they're afraid to bring up sex too early and all of this and all of that. But the bottom line is this. Either, again, and somebody said it, either she's feeling you or she's not. You understand? Either she's feeling you or she's not. We got to stop all this nonsense, man. Guys are too afraid to hear no, and it's like I'd rather hear no than to waste 2, 3, 4 dates and time spent, money spent, and all this other shit just to find out that you wasn't feeling me any damn way. You see what I'm saying? But so with me, first date is cool. If you don't want to do it on the first date, no problem. You could be on your period or whatever it is. There's a lot of things that could be off on the first date, right? It doesn't matter. But second date, you gotta know what it
is. For me, I like exclusive vagina to me. And that's because I don't want to catch nothing to have my later years messed up. And I like to stroke without no condom on. It feels great.
Oh.
So I like it.
So you like to be hugged by the sugar walls? You like to be hugged?
Yeah. I like that velvet, plush velvet. The smoothness. So,
but even then, Jay Roman, I hear you.
He don't get up for nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So, and the reason is because he has to conserve his energy to do 3 full workouts a day up until his competition date. You understand? So when he's in season, he literally just works out as hard as he can. Then he sits on the couch and his wife brings him everything. The only thing she don't do is fucking piss for him, right? So what I'm saying is, it's one thing to have a wife that does it, because you said earlier, these were the words you used. You said, a woman who says, "Oh, I rock with this dude, so I don't mind doing this." But see, it's a difference between a woman who doesn't mind and a woman who cheerfully wants to do it. Understand the position of a simp. Make sure you understand the position of a friend zone nigga. Make sure you understand that a man doesn't do anything for nothing. You understand? So run the game, be careful, and do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm. And that's the right there, Jay Roman. And that's the problem. Your main chick should always be prioritized over all the new chicks. Right? The new chicks should not get preferential treatment. Right? So what would make it difficult for a lot of women is if you're giving girlfriend treatment to the new chick. Right? So this is why when you very first meet women, you have to establish boundaries and parameters where they got to earn everything. So that way, when the main chick is with you and she knows you're dealing with new women, she knows they have to go through the gauntlet too. They just don't get shit quicker. Like
the mic, Kerry K setting the blaze, sagging. Miles Cunham with the game so tight. J Roman lit the torch, keeping it right. Manhood's the challenge, skill set to master. In a world moving fast, gotta move faster. Trap beat pounding 808, shake the floor. Guided by the host, wisdom like law. Kerry K drops jewels, the crowd enthralled. Words cut deep, no need for brawls. Miles Cunningham, tactic sharp like a dagger. Navigates the game, makes the haters stagger. Journey to manhood, no easy feat. Lessons from the masters, words concrete. J Roman with the keys, opens the door. Manhood's the path, gotta crave for more. Manhood's the challenge, skill set to master. In a world moving fast, gotta move faster. Trap beat pounding 808, shake the floor. Guided by the host, wisdom like law.
Yo, we are back at it. What's good, gentlemen?
What's up? What's going on? What's going on? K-Zad, we got Mr. Justin in the building. What's going on, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Justin, you good over there?
Oh, you on mute.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
There you go.
What's going on, fellas?
We can't have you zagging so early, bro. That's leave that for me. We need you to be straight, right?
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
Yeah, doing well. Yeah, trying to deal with Amazon and their publishing stuff, but waiting for them to publish 3 of my books now.
Oh wow!
Just
How many books you got?
All right, congratulations.
Thank you. Hold on one second.
Skills.
All right, well, he's handling that. Mr. Cunningham at an undisclosed location. How's life treating you, bro?
Oh, life is great, man. I cannot complain, man. Just happy to be healthy. It's sometimes when you go on trips and you do different things, and you realize like the physical strain you put on yourself just to enjoy yourself. It's like you gotta be grateful that you can actually do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing a lot of walking and hiking, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy, but it's a beautiful
it's fun, but like you said, it is the physical strain and all that.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. But I'm happy. I'm happy I could do it. I'm grateful every day.
Look, I had a proud dad moment yesterday.
Nice.
My 11-year-old, he came over. He wanted to pick something up, and he said, "Dad, you got some ice?" His mother brought him by. He said, "Dad, you got some ice?" And I said, "For what?" He was like, "Right here. I got into a fight today." And the first thing I asked him, "Did you cry?" I didn't ask if he won or lost. I said, "Did you cry?" He looked at me like, "Of course not." I went like this. Woo! I'm like, "What happened? Tell me what happened." Like, all I wanted to know was, did you cry? Because if you did, I'm about to change the last name to your mother's maiden name. Right? So it didn't matter if you won or lost. I just want to know if you cried like a bitch, right?
Right.
But he got into a fight with an older kid and he won. I'm like, oh yeah. Look,
Okay, that's what's up.
I brought him a new pair of shoes. He got a new pair of Nikes. Shout out to him.
Nice. There's that saying, I'm sure you guys have heard, that there's particular moments in a man's life, particular small moments in time that determine what happens and sends a long trajectory in that direction. And we have a few of these moments in our lives, and that's one of them. That's one of those moments, because had he gone the other way, that would have set a domino effect of other things. You know what I'm saying? So his instinct worked out really well. It said, you know what? No, like something in him said, no, I'm not going to cry about this. I'm going to handle this differently. And that set the dominoes going in another direction.
Facts.
Yes. And I'm glad you said that, because women typically don't understand that, but a lot of men don't understand that something that seems so insignificant, because it's not insignificant. It can literally have an impact on his teenage years and his young adult years. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Yeah, like if you had a bully or something like that, like when you're in like middle school or whatever, elementary school, it's that moment where he's like, either I'm going to stand up for myself or I'm going to cower. And depending on what he does in that moment, it really sets a tone for a lot of things going in his life heading forward.
Facts. We got Jay Roman in the
There
building.
you go.
What's up, Jay?
What's up? What's up?
What's
All
up,
right.
man? Unfortunately,
These phone lines on.
I'll tell you guys.
We get with the phone lines.
Yeah, we go with the phone lines. Yeah,
Well,
go
Jay
ahead,
Roman.
Jay Roman.
I cried during every fight I ever had.
What?
Wait, did you say during? So like,
Yeah.
while the fists are flying, you got tears
yeah.
just like flailing, splashing out around your
You
face.
know,
But
I don't-
was it angry?
I
Was you
don't
crying because you
recount-
were angry or crying because you were hurt? That's two different things.
No. I would get so angry and so pumped with adrenaline, you know. Like I didn't know I was crying when I was fighting, but at the end of it,
See,
you know, I'm standing there and you know, I got tears coming down my eyes.
Yeah.
You know, and it wasn't like I was concentrating, like, oh my God, I'm crying. You know, it would just be like my friend, one of my close friends was like, dude, every time you fight, dog, you cry. You know, and I was like, no, I don't. And he's like, yeah, man, you do. Like, you do.
I think
You
that's
know,
different.
and
I think that's more overwhelmed rather than crying.
There you go. That's a different.
Adrenaline. Yeah.
So, you know, I got in a lot of fights when I was younger,
We're talking about like being a bitch crying. That's different.
Oh, okay, like curling up and crying or something like.
Yo, no,
like
I
crying,
remember.
like ow, like that hurt. Don't hit me, ow.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Being
no.
a bitch. Like we can't have that.
Jay Roman, I had one of those. And it was a day I fought my bully. It was a day I fought my bully, and it was one of them situations. I had a bully in elementary school. I think it was like second or third grade, yeah. And it was one morning, and I just knew I was going to take it to him, and I just I got into class, took my book bag off, and walked straight over to him, and with tears in my eyes, I just started punching him in the head until the teacher came to break us up. And I had tears going down my eyes because it was like, and that was the last time he ever bullied me. And that was a beautiful day for me. That was a beautiful day for me. But I had one of those, bro. I had one of those.
I remember the day I fought
Miles, and right there,
my
Miles.
bully, man. Yeah, I remember the day I fought
Miles,
my
right there.
Oh.
I know there's a delay. Real quick, let me get this off, Jay Roman. You got tired of being afraid.
Exactly.
You got tired when fear is so overwhelming. You either let it paralyze you or you fight back because you're just tired of being afraid. And it's not necessarily I'm being brave now. I mean, you can look at it like that. I'm so tired of being afraid. I got to do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that fear would make you do something to that person so you can stop being afraid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what's up,
go
though.
ahead, Jerome.
Yeah, I don't like bullies. I bully bullies. Go ahead, Jerome.
No, I remember I fought my bully, man. I was like, you know what? This is it. So we went to the garage and we you take a sock, you hold a sock, and then you put another sock over your hand to make your homemade boxing gloves, right? So we made our homemade boxing gloves, and I'm like, look, man, meet me in the garage. And so I attempted to fight my big brother. I lost that day. But you know, I kept fighting my bully, my big brother, until, you know, he moved out. And then I realized, like, okay, you know, but nobody was bullying me at school. Now forget that, man.
Okay.
You ain't getting nothing from me.
Right.
You know, my mom used to. The only time that I ever had a moment where I was in trouble from school from fighting, that I survived because my pops wasn't going for that, was when my mom promised. She sat me down and she took. You know, I got 6 brothers, so she sat us all down and was like, hey, you know, please, no fighting at school. Like, you know, the next school you got to change. I'm going to make you walk there, you know, all this other stuff. And so I promised her, I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to fight, Mom. And so this dude was kind of messing with me all year. And I just remember that promise I made to my mom until finally I had to whoop his ass because that was enough. And I'm sitting in the principal's office and my pops got his big old hands like on the back of my neck, you know, and I'm just like, oh man, I'm about to get it. Because, you know, the ultimate was at home, and the teacher came in and was like, hey, you know, I'm surprised he didn't do this earlier. This kid's been messing with him all year long. Right. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, whoo, okay, you know. in the back of the station wagon. You know, we had one of those station wagons. I'm in the very back. I hear my dad go
with the wood paneling and shit.
Yeah, wood panel. You know, the
Oh
seats
my
raised up.
God, they had a Winnebago or
Raised
something.
up, you know, I'm aging myself a little bit. With the seats raised up,
right.
And I hear my pop goes, "Oh, so you was at that school being a punk all year long, huh?"
He was mad at you for not fighting early.
He was mad at me for letting it go so far. Yo, you at that school being a punk, huh?
Yeah.
And I kind of looked at my mom like,
Mom, this is your fault. Like,
I shouldn't have listened. I should have whooped your ass a long time ago.
And shout out to Renee P. Go make sure y'all go to Cunningham Elements and get y'all shea butter, man. Appreciate you, Renee.
No, I'm gonna age myself with this one, bro. When I was in elementary school, I was Persian Hill Elementary, right? In Fort Meade, Maryland, bro. Miss Brooks, the principal, Miss Brooks, black principal, drove a Cadillac. Back then, they had corporal punishment, where the principal could paddle your ass.
The paddle, yeah.
Bro,
I remember that.
I stayed in her office getting paddled, bro. I never got suspended from school, but I stayed in her office getting paddled, bro. And she would be on the phone with my mom, because my mom was at home. She would have the paddle. Okay, Miss Randolph, I just got you on the phone. Right, I stayed in there, bro, because I would always get into fights. But I never got suspended from school, though. But let's get to this, though.
We had a family rule that if we warned you 3 times, we could fight and not get in trouble.
Warned you 3 times, shit.
Yep.
It need to be one warning.
No, and sometimes the warnings be quick. Hey, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight.
Okay. That's 3 right there.
That's 3 right there. And my pops would say, "Hey, did you warn him?" I said, "Yeah, Dad, I warned him." All right. Because if you got in trouble at school and you didn't go by the warning
perfect
rule,
warning is to tell them, "Hey, there's pain here." That's all you got to tell them. There's pain over here. There's pain here.
Well, see, that's the thing about what you were saying earlier about fear, right? Like, I don't approach a fight like I'm gonna win it every time. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna win. I just know whatever you're doing to me, you're not gonna continue to do it. I approach it like I'm
gonna win with extreme violence every time.
Right. You're not gonna approach it. You're not gonna keep doing what you're doing to me and get pleasure out of it. Right. So I don't know if I'm gonna win this fight, but you're gonna fight me every day until you stop doing what you're doing. I tell you that. So, but
all right, but let's go ahead and get into the show, though. It's been fun talking about this shit, but let's go ahead and get on topic and get to this. And there's a delay, fellas, so just give me a moment while I kind of get everybody back, get the audience back to what we're trying to talk about. Why modern men can't lead women. Why modern men can't lead women. 5 brutal and honest reasons. And it's not that, because a lot of guys say, oh, women don't want to be led, women don't want to submit. And there's validity to that for some women. But even if women wanted to submit, there's a lot of guys that are incapable of leading women. You just couldn't do it.
Are you gonna play that balloon pop thing with the girl in the red dress?
No video. I don't have any videos. You got the video? You can play it. I mean,
I seen that, Miles.
You know what I'm talking about, right, J. Roman?
Yeah, I seen that, man.
I have no clue what you're talking about. But if you got it, go ahead and find it, and we can play. So what Miles is doing at, guys, real quick, 2 things. The calling line is open, 1-844-672-7300. If you have a question, put a Q in the chat. We'll get to your question. But we're not going to answer any questions because we're going to get all 5 of these motherfuckers out. We're going to talk about all 5 of these, right? And then we'll get to y'all questions after that, right? So if you have questions, I suggest you ask them shits now so that way I can save them and you can be the first up before we leave this motherfucker today. Why modern men can't lead women, 5 brutal and honest reasons. Also, guys, again, if you have a question, put a Q in the chat. So the first one I want to bring up, where's it at? I thought I was ready for this shit. Okay, there we go. This one right here. It's this one right here. I did a recent video and I talked about this partnership. And one of the things I've noticed over the last 2 years, and I've been saying this, the words spouse, significant other, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, my woman, my man, those words are disappearing out of people's vernacular when they start to talk about dealing with people. The word partner my partner. If you're looking,
Mm.
this shit is way more dominant than all that other shit used to be.
Mm.
There's a reason for that. Now, first of all, let me do this. Hold on, let me go over here with it because I want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all something very interesting, right? Hold on. Okay, right there. The word partner gained popularity for significant others starting in the early 70s and 80s within the LGBTQ. That's where it started.
Mm-hmm.
It started with same-sex couples, period. This is where it started. Now you have goofy heterosexual women, I said it, and goofy heterosexual men using this shit. All you motherfuckers are goofy, right? Now, understand this. The reason why it's being used and it's so dominant is because it started with feminism, okay? Feminists don't like the idea of men being in charge. They don't like the idea of submission and taking a backseat to men. They don't like that. Okay, I'm talking about real feminists. I'm not talking about goofy chicks on the internet. I'm talking about real feminists that have movement. That's where it started, right? Because the average person is weak, men and women. Some of y'all listening right now, the average motherfucker is weak. Y'all are sheep. Y'all follow trends. Everybody started catching on to this shit because it's popular. And y'all are so dumb that you don't understand what you're doing. You don't understand. You're using a word that sounds cool and you don't understand. And here it is. This is the main point I want to get. And I'm going to pass it right back to y'all. Right? Its modern, widespread use is a catch-all term for any serious, significant other, right? Now, here's the thing. Recognition in heterosexual couples seeking a more equal and modern label. Men and women are not fucking equal. We're not equals in relationships. I will say this to women, because I'm not a misogynist, right? And I'm not a male chauvinist. In the workplace, we can be equals. Equal pay, equal job responsibilities, whatever. In my personal life, my love life, sex life, whatever you want to call it, bitch, I'm running this. Period, 100%. I'm running this. You're not running anything. No, you don't get a say-so or a vote. I'm running this, period. And the problem with a lot of guys are like, well, you got to give a little leeway. No. You're following and I'm leading. And the word partner is designed to take away that type of male bravado about relationships. Exactly how I'm talking right now. There's a lot of chicks that don't like that. Y'all got it.
Yeah, this is always something, that's been a thing with me. Like, again, this is a part of what they do. They start out with their rainbow coalition, and then they try to spread it across, all parts of society as if it was equal on all sides, as if women can get men pregnant and and all this other shit, as much as they try to bend the rules and change reality and all this other shit. It's like they use partners because they was talking about same-sex couples, and they try to act now they trying to act like men and women are partners. Men and women are not partners. Men and women are different parts of a system. You understand? The system is the relationship, but we all can't do the same thing. We all have to, for example, a man has the 12, a woman has the 6. We're not equal. You understand? I'm looking forward, and you got my back. So it only and if both of us are looking forward, right? If both of us are just scouting ahead, then nobody's checking the 6. Nobody's checking behind us, and so that's why it doesn't work. And a lot of people don't realize that it's not about male chauvinism. It's not about hating women. It's about, we have to fucking realize that there are different parts to every system that makes it work efficiently. Every part of an engine can't be doing the same fucking thing, or else the engine won't work. Right? Every part of a company can't be doing the same thing. Right? We gotta have somebody as a janitor, we got to have somebody in the mailroom, and we also got to have CEOs. We also have to have vice presidents and managers and shit like that. You understand? If everybody was trying to be CEO, then how would the company work? If everybody was trying to be in the mailroom, then how would the company work? So the bottom line is just realizing and coming to terms with the reality that it's we all have to do different things in order for all of this stuff to work. It's and not realizing that is what's going to keep us stagnated.
Yeah, you mentioned same-sex relationships. Even in those, they don't. No, I'm saying they don't even have that, because the whole top-bottom dichotomy started with them. It started with gay guys. They knew there's no equality. There's a top and there's a bottom, right? So I think it's just other people who are just taking things and spinning them out of, probably just, purple-haired feminists, that sort of thing.
Right. Exactly. J. Roman.
This is one of the subjects that, talked about many times before. And I think you hit it all on the nail there, Zach, with your definition and description of everything. It's one of those things that has been proven over and over and over again, that we can't keep covering the same thing. We can't be equal. It'll never be equal. Even if a guy really wants it to be equal, because, that means that, they're equaling all the way down. They're equaling their pay. They're equaling their bills. They're equaling when times get, hairy or somebody's banging on the door. He can go to her and say, hey, go ahead and go downstairs and open that door. I know it's 12 o'clock at night, but it's your turn.
It's your turn.
And that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. And I always think of, your legacy, right? So here you have it in a household where we're both trying to cover everything. That means some things are missed out, because naturally we're going to cover one thing or another thing better. And if there's nobody really focusing on nurturing the children, then that's going to be missed off, because you're too busy trying to do what I do. Or if I'm too busy trying to do what you do, I'm not going to do it like you would do it. I'm not going to do it as good as you would do it. And that's the thing that normally happens, is everybody's trying to be the one to make a decision. A lot of times decisions really don't get made.
Right.
And if they do get made, one person is mad at the other. Well, I didn't really want that. Well, I didn't really. It just doesn't work out completely. And I've never seen it work out, even in Yeah.
Jay Roman, real quick. Let me say this. Let me say this real quick. I remember years back, my ex-wife, right? She called me because she had a flat tire. She had our sons in the car with her, and she called me, right? Now, if I wanted to be equal, I'd be like, why are you calling me for? Take the boys out the car, tell them to sit next to the car and change the fucking tire. I'm trying to play this Xbox. You're disturbing my game, right? I mean, we equal, right? Because if I was on the road with a flat tire, can I call my girl? Hey, girl, look, I'm gonna need you to come help me with this tire. We equal, right? So I'm sitting at the crib 15 minutes away. I said, you know what? I'll be right there. And the reason why that happened is because she was a woman who was completely submissive to my program. If she wasn't, I never would have came and changed that tire. I would have been like, fix that motherfucker yourself, right? But because she's dealing with me on my terms, the relationship or marriage is moving how I wanted to move, she can ask me for damn near anything, and I'm there, right? But that equality shit, nah, bitch, you got it. Miss Equal, but y'all got it.
Equality is on the lines of emotions, right? Because the equality never really benefits the man, right? So if we had equality, that for me,
it never benefits the man. It never benefits the man.
That means I'm paying less in this household, because men are literal. We're going to make sure, hey, when you say equality, every other dinner is going back and forth. It ain't going to be I get 3 dinners and you get 1, and no, we're going to equality down the line, straight down the line, because that's what you want. That's actually adding more to their plate, and they don't really mean that though, right? It's only in an emotional aspect of how they want to feel. I want to feel like I don't have a leader I'm following. I want to feel that, I have more say in this. I want to feel, and that's where the equality comes in.
Well, and to that end, Jay, I would say that women don't benefit from equality on an emotional level either, because it's not fulfilling.
Nope.
It's not fulfilling in a very deep sense. It can be fulfilling, say, on a superficial sense, in a way that, like, when a girl sort of engages her, some kind of masculine energy, and she feels like she has power, she has say, she has direction, and that sort of thing. And that's a very superficial emotion, or sorry, a feeling that that feels good. Like, it really feels good to be in masculine energy. Like, it's just, you get shit done. Like, people just behave differently around you, that sort of thing. But so I get that it's intoxicating, but it doesn't penetrate very deep inside them. And it doesn't make them feel grounded and whole and peaceful and full of love and all that good shit. And so I would say the equality, it breaks down polarity, it reduces polarity, and you get sort of like, everybody gets a little shade of gray, and that's it. And like, if you're really getting things to be an like equality level, is everyone just gets this a very shade of gray, and there's no polarity there. And they wonder why, like, attractions drops, why there's, everybody's just kind of even keeled. And it's like, okay, well, you don't have you don't have a relationship there,
Right?
Because there's no polarity at all.
Exactly. Yeah.
Have you ever?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Mouse.
No, real quick. It's just like, if everyone was rich, then who's rich, and if everybody's pretty, then who's pretty? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Right, like Incredibles.
Yeah.
Remember that with the syndrome? He goes, and when everybody's a super, then nobody is.
Exactly.
Right.
If everybody's a super, then nobody is. Like, this is exactly why we can't all be the same, and that's why the plight for equality and all that stuff is that type of equality is misguided. Go ahead, J. Roman.
No, I was gonna say, have you ever been like working in the yard, or you're doing something and you turn around and your woman or a woman is just staring at you, right?
Yeah.
And they're staring
Yes,
at you because
all the
it's
time.
turning them on while you do that,
Mhm.
because they like to see that work and how you're doing that. But then when you come in the house or whatever, they want you to split their duties. Right? Never your duties, right? For me, like, I'm outside. Hey, I'll take care of everything outside.
Yeah.
I'll wash.
I'm not doing domesticated shit
all
from
that
outside,
stuff.
cutting grass.
Yeah, I do all
What
that.
the fuck we doing?
Yeah, I'll do all that. But I never hear somebody says,
Yeah, I
"Oh,
do
let me come out there and rake the leaves," because I want to be equal with you when it comes to doing the lawn. They know, oh, let me wash the tires while you're washing the car,
Right.
because I want to make sure we maintain this equalness. It's only inside on their duties where they say, "Oh, no. Why do I have to always do this? Why do I have to always?" I never heard somebody say, "You know what? You pay bills every month. How about for the month of December, I pay the bill?" Because that would be fair and equal. It never happens like that. So it's one of those things where it's like, it doesn't
Jay
work
Roman,
for both
that's
ends.
Yeah, but if somebody's in that
Jay
situation,
Roman.
they deserve
Real
to
quick.
be there. Go ahead, Zach. You got
Hold on,
that
real
delay
quick.
going
There's
on.
a delay. There's a delay. My bad. Yeah, let me say this real quick. Jay Roman says some of the realest shit. You will have women that want to split domestic duties, but they don't want to split the man duties. Right? Because here's the thing. When my woman would go out and the car wouldn't start, she didn't pop the hood. She came and got me. And I'm popping the hood looking. I'm the one taking out the battery, going to AutoZone, and she ain't doing none of that shit. And that's not a problem. But women need to remember what it is. This is what this is. And to your point, Jay Roman, bro, when I would be doing yard work, the shirt I had on, my underwear, everything would be soaking wet like I jumped in a pool. Like literally like I jumped in the pool and came back out. That's how sweaty I was from doing yard work in this Texas sun, bro. And my thing is, how many women are going to get out there and do that kind of yard work when they actually have a man in the home, bro? Not many.
Right.
Yeah, I got it.
Mhm. Yeah, I was just gonna say, if somebody's in that
Let's go ahead and
position,
do it.
they deserve it. But yeah, let's pop to this video.
All right. So, yeah, this is what I was talking about. In reference to the title, it says why modern men can't lead women, 5 brutal reasons, and this is just an example. I was checking this out.
Yeah.
This is one of their latest episodes, and then this is one chick on the episode, and she's talking. But I'm gonna just let it play, and then I'll let y'all figure it out.
Well, that's why.
So okay, and just they asked what was I think he's asking her what her perfect first date looks like or something like that.
My balloon, because clothes and hair is not the only thing for
Right.
me. You know,
Yeah.
I'm trying to see where your mind is. So I'm gonna let you ask the question because you are the initiator, and I'll follow that.
Okay, so you see, you're dealing with a woman that understands that the man is the initiator, right? It just like, again, we get them pregnant, not the other way around.
Okay. So what does your initial first date look like?
And also keep in mind that she's the only one with her balloon still. So that means she's the only one that's still interested in the guy.
Non-influenced.
My initial first date is asking him where he wants to bring me.
All right. So again, she understands it's about the man making the plan for the date.
And daytime, is he a planner? So I will know kind of where he's at and what he has in store and what type of life I would be walking into. So my initial first date would be up to the man. I would not want to be the one planning that.
Yeah. Okay.
Miles, can you pause it?
Like plan like what type?
She said something that I caught. She said, what I would be walking into. And what she was saying is, depending on how he plans the date, gives me some insight into what I'm potentially walking into. Go ahead, Miles.
And I would say this. I was so disappointed with his first sentence that's about to happen. We didn't hear it, because Zag, she goes even deeper.
This is exactly why I brought it up. This is exactly why I brought this video up. And I to my lady because I just discovered this video because of her. She put it on her story, and I got it from her. But when I saw the title, I was like, "Yo, this is perfect." But yeah, let's go.
What he has in store and what type of life I would be walking into. So my initial first date would be up to the man. I would not want to be the one planning that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I wasn't saying like plan like what type of stuff would you like to do on the first date? As far as are you into?
I want to do what he wants to do.
Pause it. He ain't getting it. He's not getting it because
he's not getting it. It's not registering to him.
He's been conditioned to think about how can I impress you? Right. How can I make you comfortable with whatever I got going on?
Look, this is exactly, and shout out to UK Zag for the title and the topic, but this is exactly why modern men can't lead, because all of them are seeking validation from their mother. Do you get what I'm saying? All of them. So what do you like? And she's like, whatever. Remember Coming to America, right? When they gave him his queen, this first queen in Africa.
Yep.
In
the first queen, the one he should have married.
Exactly. Yeah. And he was like, what kind of music do you like? And she was
that
like,
would have been such a good movie if it went that way.
Yeah. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, what kind of music do you like? And she was like, whatever music you like. And he was like, what do you like to do? Whatever you like to do. And this woman is giving him that. And again, and this is what people don't understand. It's not about a woman being a robot. It's not about that. It's about the woman. And like she said, I want to realize what type of life I'm walking into. So the man has to present his honest masculine identity, his authentic self to me, so I can make an educated decision on if I want to continue to walk through this life with him. But he's too busy trying to ask her what she wants to do, which is why he can't fucking lead.
Miles, right there.
And she keeps
redirecting.
Yeah.
Hey, Zach, always just keep going because I'll stop.
Zach,
we got freeway, man.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, real quick. And I don't want to belabor the point, but I want to make sure guys understand. When you are getting at a woman and you don't know how to plan anything, women can't trust you. I need guys to understand how important that is. If you don't know how to set up and plan a date, without first getting her approval and seeing what she likes first, women can't trust you because what you're showing her is he don't know how to make decisions without a woman's input.
Exactly.
And that's a problem. I got it.
Exactly. Go ahead, J. Roman.
Oh no, I said that's It goes even further than that. This dude still doesn't. She's repeated it 3 times so far.
All right, exactly. All right, let's go.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
To do on the first date, as far as are you into?
I want to do what he wants to do.
Oh, I like that.
And
Yeah.
real quick, I'll just say this. Look at her face. She's getting frustrated. Like she's getting frustrated. Like this nigga, he's not getting it. Like,
Okay.
Hey,
'Cause I'm
You know why, Miles?
replay it,
Yet another
replay it.
pussy. I met another pussy.
exactly. Exactly. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey,
Jay.
Miles, just replay it from the beginning and let's not stop it because
Okay.
you can really feel his uncomfortableness in this situation and her kind of realizing like, you're not getting it.
Yeah. All right.
And you could hear in his tone that he's not heard that before. He's like, "Oh, I like that." It's like, yeah. Imagine if he's heard that like 20 times from 20 different women. You know, it would be just regular.
Exactly.
Like he would be expecting her to say something like that.
Right. All right. I'm gonna play it.
see where your mind is. So I'm gonna let you ask the question because you are the initiator, and I'll follow that.
Okay. So, what does your initial first date look like with a man?
My initial first date is asking him where he wants to bring me. And daytime, is he a planner? So I will know kind of where he's at and what he has in store and what type of life I would be walking into. So my initial first date would be up to the man. I would not want to be the one planning that.
Yo, that's 4 times. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And she said, "I would not want to be the one planning that." Yet he asked her.
Right.
Would you like to do on the first date? As far as are you into?
I want to do what he wants to do.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm there to learn him, and I'm there to know him,
But he got to learn you too, though.
and he'll learn me when I walk into his world.
Okay. God damn. Okay.
No,
But why-
no, he doesn't have to learn her.
Notice his body language, how he
No,
keeps looking
not
to
at
the
all.
ground. Notice his body
Let
language.
me
how
say
he
this
keeps
real quick.
looking to the ground.
Because he knows that he can't fuck with her, bro. He knows like, oh man, I can't.
Exactly.
He knows that woman is the type of woman he can never really attract. Let me
Oh,
right here,
it's
how he's
more.
behaving. The average guy behaves like him. This is the average guy right here. The average guy is
Right.
him. Y'all got it.
All right. Sorry, I'm gonna pull it back one time and then we're gonna play it straight through. Go ahead.
So do you guys have any questions for one another then?
Everybody
I
mute
guess I
themselves.
ain't her type though. She said, right?
I don't know. Is that going to be a pop for you then? If she
It ain't. I ain't popping.
Wait, did I not? Okay.
If he's saying he's not my type, then that means he's gonna stay the same.
Oh,
No.
Because then what I said didn't matter, right? Because then it tells me, okay, if she don't like how I am right now, I don't plan on.
Oh no. I understand what you're saying, but yeah,
Yeah.
clothes could be changed, hair could be changed, all of that. Yeah,
Mhm.
if that's just what it is for you.
He's already trying to change himself for this chick.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I have my balloon, because clothes and hair is not the only thing for
Right.
me. You
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
I'm trying to see where your mind is. So I'm gonna let you ask the question because you are the initiator, and I'll follow that.
Okay. So, what does your initial first date look like with a man?
My initial first date is asking him.
I like making my podcast. I don't like making short clips of my podcast. So the AI chooses the
Where
And
he
you
wants
need to get
bring me.
pop-up blockers for your browser.
Yeah, I'm because I'm in a different region. It fucked up because I have YouTube Premium. I don't know why it's doing this, but it's all right.
And daytime, is he a planner? So I will know kind of where he's at and what he has in store and what type of life I would be walking into. So my initial first date would be up to the man. I would not want to be the one planning that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I wasn't saying like plan like what type of stuff would you like to do on the first date? As far as are you into?
I want to do what he wants to do.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm there to learn him, and I'm there to know him.
But he got to learn you too, though.
And he'll learn me when I walk
Miles,
into his
Miles,
world.
I hate to do it. I
Okay.
hate to do it.
God damn. Okay.
Can you
But
pause it
walk
real quick?
into
I hate
my
to do
world.
it. Okay, real quick. This, at the end, I know we keep trying to. At the end, when she said, "I'm there to learn him," see this particular woman right there. She is the type of woman where her default setting is to be a submissive woman to a man, but she can only be submissive to a certain kind of man. This is what guys don't understand. Guys think, and shout out to Kevin Samuels, God bless the dead. See, he had this goofy belief that all women should be submissive to all men. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. It can't happen. Guys are too weak. The average guy is too weak for a woman to submit to. Guys have to understand, for a woman to submit to you, she is deferring to you. She is saying, I trust you with decisions and choices that can have an impact on my life. I trust you with this. Do you think he's the kind of guy that can make the right choices for a bitch like her, where she won't be impacted? No, he's gonna make bitch decisions based on his emotions. Y'all got it.
World first.
Oh,
I'm not providing a world for you.
just to comment on what Zag is saying, I think she trusts not him, but herself more. And her evaluation of, because she says the words, I'm going to walk into your world. I got to see your world. So she knows I have a choice. And that's something we preach all the time. They have a choice to be here with us. They're choosing to be here. And she understands her choice. Let me see your world so I can choose to be submissive to it in that world.
Guys, does everybody see the frame? Look at the frame. She's looking at him, trying to
look at all the girls. Look at all of the girls in the back.
I got you, Zach. Look at. She's
composed. Look at her dress. Look at her clothing. She's not showing cleavage. She's wearing a dress that's like not skin tight. Look at that.
She's trying to give him masculine game right now. Arlette, the chick holding the mic, she feels the power coming off this woman. You understand? The girl, you see the girl, in the other red dress, and then the dark skinned chick over there. Both of them is like, this nigga's failing, and look at him looking at the ground.
Yeah.
He's
because I assume they popped their balloon because somebody said something about his hair and clothes.
Yeah.
And she is the only one holding her balloon. So when a group of women pop their balloon, one girl could have said, "Oh, I thought he was cute," but she's going to pop it just because the rest of them did.
Right?
She did not.
This chick is different. She's different. But see, at the same time, like you said, K-Zag, she's not gonna submit to any dude, and she's not gonna submit to a guy like this. And look at her face; she's already disgusted. She's already realized that she cannot submit to this type of guy, and he knows it too. Like you said, his shoulders are slumped. He got his hands in his pocket. He's basically hiding, looking at the ground. He's being totally demolished right now and emasculated, but not in a malicious way. He's being emasculated by his own fucking weakness. Because he's up against a person who a woman like this, she probably had a decent father in her life, or probably had some type of decent male figures in her life.
Oh, she's definitely been around men. She's been around men.
This is a teaching moment. That's what's happening here.
Facts.
It's turned into a classroom for her.
Yep.
Hold on, real quick. I want to bring up something real quick. This comment, real quick. I want to address this comment. So Jay Bizzle says these women are naturally gamed up. Shit ain't fair. See, no, it is fair. It's absolutely fair. It's perfectly balanced, guys. This is what happens. I'm gonna tell you what happens. The young lady talking. She has been around real men before. She knows what real men look like. She knows that real men are way more assertive than him, way more decisive. They know what they're doing. They know how to plan shit. They get shit done. He ain't him. She knows she's not looking at a real man. He's not a man. And here's the thing. A lot of you guys, when women get around real men and then they meet you, you pale in comparison.
It goes like this. This is exactly how it goes. This right here. But let's go.
Hold on. it's so much in this video, Miles.
It's so much.
It's so much because you can tell that she relishes in her role. She relishes in her role as helpmate because she understands, and because she relishes in that role, she understands how much influence she has in it. Like, she don't like his hair, she don't like his clothes, but she said, I want to know what your mind is like, because she knows in the role that I bring to you, I can change that hair and clothes. I know I can do that still from my role.
Exactly. But let's try to
The
get through it.
fact that he's asking this question is a problem.
Let's try to get through it.
And he'll learn me when I walk into his world.
Okay. God damn. Okay.
But walk into my world first. I'm not providing a world for you. So
Not at all.
my world really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It matters to the extent of what have I cultivated?
Yeah.
Have I nurtured my world? Where can my world take him, right? When I enter his world. So that's why I won't present the preconceived notion of what I want to do, because he might show me something new. And now I just limited myself to what I'm already exposed to. And I never gave him a chance to step me into his world. So
Damn. Okay. Can we bring her up here or what?
Nigga, you can't handle her. Stop it.
She is just flying like miles
You can't
over
handle
his
her.
head.
You can't handle her.
Miles over his head. She is so far advanced than him. No.
She's too much of
Do you
a
have any
woman for you.
questions
You
for him?
can't handle her.
well, my question is, what is important to you, the most thing important to you in terms of a goal? And do
Pussy.
you love and fear God? Do you want marriage? Do you want children? Do you already have kids? Are you fertile? I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot to.
She can't handle him. It's over for this nigga. Like,
Yeah. He ain't even know when to tell her, hey, we'll talk about all that later.
right.
It's a
He
real
don't even
thing.
know.
No, there's a lot to unpack,
Right.
which I was trying to let you unpack.
You see? Did you see that deep breath she took? She took
Did
that.
you see? You heard that?
She sighed.
Yo, she was so
was
so
trying.
frustrated with this dude. So frustrated.
She said, I was trying to let you unpack. I was giving you a chance to be a man and stand on your own too, but you couldn't do it.
Exactly.
You failed miserably.
And one thing men always have a hard time doing is knowing when to tell them, shh.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to say. Okay, we'll figure that out later on. Let's keep it in this show. Stand over there.
But
They're
now
gonna
we're
say
here.
we match and let's go.
Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna pull it back just a little bit.
Do you want marriage? Do you want children? Do you already have kids? Are you fertile? I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot to. There's,
fertile.
see, it's a real thing.
Right.
No, there's a lot to unpack,
Right.
which I was trying to let you unpack. But now we're here.
Now we're here.
Now we're here in this
Let me
classroom.
say this
And
real
she's still giving them chances to save it, but
I
he
don't
won't
have
do
kids.
it.
let me say this real quick.
I'm not against marriage at all.
And let me say this real quick. When guys try to simplify attraction by saying, looks, money, status. Guys, get in the gym. Get your money up. You guys sound idiotic. What this woman is showing you is that women are not robots, right? There's substance to women. There's depth to women. There are things that matter to women that are way deeper than superficial shit. And when women have a conversation with you and they can tell that you are a surface level human being, you have nothing for them. So you think you look good, you got your money? Bro, you're a loser with money who's cute. There's no depth of character. There's nothing about you where a woman says, I want him to be my man, bro. Y'all got it, man.
Let's just see if we can finish. I don't know.
I will if I find the right one, because I feel like today's time people get married for all the wrong reasons. They get married to impress other people or to make it seem like they're up here when really behind closed doors they down here. So for the right person, I will do that. As far as children go, if my person wants kids, that's what it is. And I'm definitely with that.
You see, again, if the woman want kids, he's with
He
it.
said, no, he said my person.
My person. Yeah, that's even.
And your relationship with the Lord.
Absolutely. God-fearing
Nigga,
man.
you can handle this.
Baptized, Christian, all of that.
What does that relationship look like?
I pray every day.
Look, she's even mad that she's asking him all these questions. She doesn't really. She's
yeah, I'm a praying man. God fearing man.
She gonna pop the balloon.
He has given not one direction.
I'm gonna pop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And why'd you end up popping?
I'm popping because I think you know where you stand and where you're at. I think you love your pants.
You know what she's doing right now?
You love your pants.
She's doing her best because she's already destroyed him, and she's doing her best to like make it lighthearted and just kind of go in a different direction because there's nothing more to even destroy. Like she'd be doing too much now. So she's just going to just make it lighthearted and talk about his pants and some shit. And because notice she said, I think you know where you stand. She's lying. She's being disingenuous right there. She's popped a balloon because he doesn't know where he stand. And she knows this.
Y'all, I'm gonna go viral for these pants, man.
And you know what? You know what's so funny, Miles?
You
know what's so sad? He still don't know why she popped the balloon.
He still don't get it.
He still don't know why.
He still don't know why.
He has no clue.
He thinks that it's about the pants at this point.
Yeah, he still thinks about
to get rid of your pants because I'm not gonna. I don't want you to get rid of your pants because I'm not gonna want the pants, you know? So I want you to stay true to who you are, continue being honest with who you are.
She's basically saying, you're still a boy and just continue to grow and maybe one day you'll get to the level that a woman like me could actually appreciate, but you're not that guy yet. That's what she's saying to him right now.
Because there is a woman that will love your pants down, okay? And she just won't be, you know, me. And
I want you to understand, she keeps referring to the pants to dangle the keys in front of the stupid masses who don't realize what's actually going on.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like she's doing a redirection for the people who the whole conversation already went over their head. She's like, yeah, let me just talk about the pants because most of you motherfuckers don't get this.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
It looks like you love your boyhood.
Right.
It looks like you love your meekness.
Yes.
It looks like you love your indecisiveness.
Your looks
and hey, somebody else might love that, but
also, Jay Roman, you're not ready to lead a woman because you can't lead yourself.
Right. So, you know, it seems like you're comfortable there. I've gave you multiple opportunity. And so I'm even rambling on now and you still haven't said nothing. So you're not even for me
and she just won't be, you know, me. And that's okay. That's okay. But at least you were able to, you know, let me know what's up and I got the vibe and I'm it's clear.
Right.
And thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Right.
Yo, shout out to that chick, man. For real. Shout out to her, bro.
Yep. Good manners. She even set him down with grace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like she just like you said, you said it perfectly, Justin. She set him down with grace. You understand? Because I want you to understand that if you watch that Pop the Balloon show, there's so many women on there that they'll curse at these men. They'll be very disrespectful to these men. They'll be very confrontational. And I want y'all to understand that to only the people that really know how heavily she destroyed him without having to be so vulgar and confrontational as those other women. Do you understand?
Like she took him apart and he didn't even realize she was taking him apart.
Exactly. With every fucking molecule, she broke him down to his atoms. He's done.
She spoke with him. She conversed with him.
Yeah.
Right. They had a conversation, and at the end of that conversation, she realized you're not for me.
She fellowshipped with him.
But that's a conversation. That's not, you know, people talking and getting down on you and getting at you. That they had a conversation, and at the end of the conversation, he realized. Well, he knew from the very beginning when he turned away, didn't even look at her in her eyes, and let her continue to talk. Like I'm quite sure. I will bet some money that all four of us on this panel wouldn't have let her get that far in the conversation. Right? It'd have been like, okay, we'll figure this out. Come on over here. We're done. There's no more to talk about.
And truth be told, none of us would even be on that show. This conversation would be at a bar, at some nice event somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Or we met her somewhere or whatever it would be. Because men like us don't get on those type of shows or panels. Like, it doesn't even make sense.
So yeah, he had no
real quick. 'Cause I know we got about an hour left. Real quick, I want to get back to the show and the call-in line is open 1-844.
Yeah, the call-in line is open, man. 803.
Yeah,
If you want to call
definitely
back, 803. If you could hear me and you want to call back, please call back. But I just didn't want to interrupt that video, man. I felt like that video was way too powerful, and I wanted to get through the video. So 803.
I'm glad.
If you call back, I apologize, but sometimes I can't stand when they call while we're trying to get into something heavy, and I just didn't answer it. But if you want to call back, please call back. The phone lines are open now, guys. Go ahead.
It's all good. Look, real quick, let's get to the second reason. The second reason why modern males can't lead women. Most men have made sex the goal instead of the byproduct. What does that mean? That means I live my life and just do me. And because I'm doing me, women want some dick. And when I'm available, they get the dick. I don't make my life about trying to have sex with women. It just so happens I run into women who want to have sex simply because of how I'm living my life and moving. I'm moving right. I'm not moving strictly for the purpose of trying to fuck. Go ahead.
Right. All right, we got 718. This is Moses. Moses, go ahead, bro.
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
Good. How you been?
It's been a special honor, and by the way, happy holidays to y'all.
Yes, sir. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Like, listen. If
is this Moses?
Guys, you listening? Yeah. You was gonna say something?
No. You go ahead.
Oh, no, I thought you was gonna say something. My bad. This is the reason why men with game don't go on these pineapple shows, because when you go on the pineapple show, you already lost because you're following the women. Because women, you have to understand something. Women, a lot of times, women pop their balloons because they don't want to be seen as they are interested in you in public. Do you agree on that?
Well, yeah. That's how it is with that show anyway. Because if you're gonna get on there, a lot of women they follow the herd mentality. I think Jay Roman mentioned it earlier, where it's like a lot of one woman will pop, and then you'll find more women that'll pop their balloons, not because they know if they're interested, but because they see that the other women are not interested.
Right. Because I remember a couple months ago, there's somebody that I know. He actually went on a pineapple show and embarrassed himself. I'm like, and the reason why, the way he embarrassed himself was he went on that show. He wasn't leading. He was talking about, he's looking in futures, talking about building credit, money, and all that other stuff. So, what I want to say is this: to me, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna end it right here, is that guy on the video right now that you just showed, he should have just told the woman, listen, let's talk on the back end. Let's set up a date and we go out on a one-on-one drink date or whatever the case may be, and we'll discuss more stuff. Because we in public, I don't really want to discuss too much, but we can talk more on the back end.
Right.
That's what he should have said. And if he had game, I guarantee you that some of those girls would have probably been receptive to him. A good number of women would be receptive.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's a lack of confidence with that guy in general, So yeah, definitely.
Right. Because I don't know if you saw the episode 80. Did y'all see episode 80?
No, I don't really watch that show. I just caught on to this. Like I said, my lady caught this. She caught this clip and she put it on her story, and so I got it from my chick.
What? The way, if you watch, when you have a chance, watch episode 80. Some of these guys that go on the show, right? You're gonna see these women. They look. I can tell by their body language that they're interested in those guys, but they're just not making it obvious. because they on YouTube, or the case may be, and something like that. And the reason why I say this is because you have to understand that women is not going to be truthful to you in public. It's not just YouTube, in public, period. And if you have game, you will understand that. And that's the reason why real men don't go on the show. Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Moses. Thanks for calling in, bro. All right. Thanks for supporting the show. And like I said, you could call back 803. You could call back. The number is 844-672-7300. Go ahead and call in, guys. The calling lines are open. 844-672-7300.
So, and let's get back to number 2, guys. And again, there we go. Take the call. Okay.
There we go. All right, we got a DC Touchmaster. What's going on with you?
What's up, fellas? Mr. J. Roman, K. Zagan, Mr. Miles Cunningham, and Coach Justin. What's up?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm great.
What up?
I looked at that and it's like I be saying the same shit y'all say before y'all say it. Just looking at the video. I just told somebody, look, somebody was in the room watching this with me. I said, look, anything but a yes is a no. All right? Anything but a yes is a no with me. So that dude, like you said, never had that happen before. And any man out there that goes, is conversing with a woman, anything but yes is a no. And a lot of people will be disagreeing with it. Like a long time ago, I said, yeah, I give a woman like Miles instructions on what to wear because, it could be cold. It could be an event that we're going to. Or I just want to see it in that thing when I first met you. And some people will, especially women, they will disagree with that. Well, maybe she don't have it, this and that. I say, you know what? Y'all will get a fucking blouse from your grandmama if it fits with your pants. So shut the fuck up. Women will do exactly what they want when they want to do it for who they want to do it. In this case, that guy, he had no clue what was going on. The minute she would have said something that I knew it was over, when she said, well, it looks like you know where to be, I would have said, well, thank you, but you need to speak in complete sentences because it seems like you know where you want to be, and that's not with me. Next. And I just would have went on.
Right.
So no clue, man. So you guys got to understand, when somebody doesn't want you, leave it alone. Don't negotiate your manhood. Shout out to K. Zagman. Do not negotiate your manhood.
Facts.
If it's not what you want to hear, move the fuck along. I saw somebody recently. Somebody said no. They said, okay, I'm going to my car. Oh, it's cold outside. Went and got them some sweats and everything. And I said, why did you do that? Why did you do that? She said no. She would have came in here with what she left out of here with. So, yeah, man, just you guys, anything but a yes is a no. And when a woman says anything that you don't want to hear that's not in your program, exit stage left.
Facts.
Puss. All right, y'all.
All right. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Good to hear from you, brother. All right. Take it easy.
Yep.
All right. All right. Go ahead, K-Zag. You was doing
I want to make a real quick point. And I'm gonna pass it. Yeah, I'm gonna make a quick point about the second point, and I'm gonna pass it to y'all. I just want to read y'all something. Again, most men have made sex the goal instead of the byproduct. When a man, let's put them on hold real quick.
Hi, am I on?
Yeah, 830.
When a man leads with sexual, my bad. When a man leads with sexual pursuit instead of self-direction, ambition, or standards, he signals that intimacy is something he wants from her, not something she naturally desires from him. Y'all got it.
Facts. All right. 830. Go ahead, man. How you doing? Name, age, city. And
Hi,
you're on the Manhood is a skill set show. Yeah.
Hi, this is William from Texas, Austin.
Okay.
I'm calling in because a couple days ago I found a video clip of a couple on YouTube. The guy, I'm not going to say his name, but he's a sort of a famous internet celebrity. But in the clip, his wife was planning out every single one of their pregnancies, and she was telling him when they were going to have their next kid.
Damn.
And I emailed this to Kay Zagan. I don't know if he got it, but she had plotted all of this stuff out. I'm sort of curious. The reason I'm calling is, can you sort of describe the difference between a woman following your program and actually manipulating you? Like Kay Zagan mentioned this last night on one of his videos, that women can like you a lot, but they're not fully on your program because she was telling him when to have the kids.
Yeah, go ahead, guys.
Okay, so real quick. So in that case, that's not necessarily manipulation on her part because she's telling him what to do. She's telling him how she wants it. See, here's the problem, right? If you're not leading, the woman is gonna plan her life and just include you in it. Okay, listen to what I'm telling you. If you're not leading, the woman is gonna plan her life and include you in it where it's convenient for her. But it's her life. She don't even look at you like it's our life. She looks at it like, this is my life, this is what I want, and you're here for the convenience of me making sure that my life goes how I want. When you're the man, you're like, nah, this is my life. If you want to be a part of my life, this is how you're gonna move in it. Period. You don't get to now. If a woman wants to have kids, that's fine. But I'm gonna tell you when we gonna have them. Like, I'll give you an example. My ex-wife, she wanted 2 sons. She got her 2 sons. But I told her, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get married. We're gonna be married for a year. And if everything is as it is right now, then you'll have your kids. I'm not letting her, you're not planning anything. You can tell me what you want. And if I feel like you're worthy of that, I'll give it to you on my motherfucking timeline, not yours. Yeah, I got it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's not manipulation. It's just basically him being on her program. And that's as simple as that. Manipulation has to do with like, leveraging certain desires and needs and things like that.
They think that they're in control of everything, but the woman's actually manipulating them behind the scenes.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad
what
you
did he
said
say?
that, caller. Real quick.
What did he say,
He
Zach?
said when they have status and money, they think they're in control.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not. You're not in control. Guys, money is superficial. I don't think guys truly understand how superficial money and resources is. That really doesn't, in the grand scheme of what it needs for a woman to submit to him, money is not really it, bro.
It doesn't.
Money
No,
is
because money will not break. It will not peel the layers off of her heart. It will not delaminate her spirit. It will not bring her to her feminine core. Your looks will not do this. Your wardrobe will not do this. Your billions of dollars will not do this. It's something that originates within you as the man.
Being famous won't do it
just no, none of that stuff. Like, those are great things to have in your life if that's what you want, but it's not going to break a woman down to the point where she like reverently kneels from her heart. It's not going to do it. And the thing is it's a sad reality, but a lot of guys have never experienced that. A woman behaving in this way where she is just like, oh, fuck me, who are like, I have no other choice, because it's such a puzzle piece matching sort of thing where I just must kneel, right? From her heart, whether it shows up literally or figuratively, it doesn't matter. But, and they've not experienced this before. So they think, okay, if I do these things, then she'll be with me, but being with you doesn't mean anything, right? So just because you get women doesn't mean you get women, right? Doesn't mean you actually have them or understand them.
Right.
Real quick. There's an interview. Hold on, caller, real quick. Caller, real quick.
More interest. Sorry.
Caller, real quick. No, it's not your fault. There's a delay. It's not your fault. Just real quick, and I'll pass it right back to you, caller. There's a video on YouTube, and it's ex-NBA basketball players or ex-NBA guys. And they're talking about what really happens to a lot of NBA players who have girlfriends and wives when they're not playing anymore. A lot of those girls and wives leave.
Mm-hmm.
They leave. The guy still got money. He still got money. He's not making as much as he was, but he's still a millionaire in some cases. But they leave. And the reason why they leave is because they wanted the lifestyle. I'm not the girlfriend of this superstar guy anymore. I'm the girlfriend of a retired guy. I don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what status does to you, is the women are there for that status. If you are a retired NBA player, the status is gone. You're not playing anymore. Come on, man. Yeah, I got it.
Facts. Yeah, go ahead, caller.
Yeah, so what I was getting at is, like, say, Cario mentioned this the other day, with medium interest women, that what they'll do is they'll show you enough attraction, like, because a lot of these rich guys don't know how to talk to women. And so they're finding women that will give them a more attraction than the previous woman. And then since she is her type, he wants to lock her down.
Yeah, that'll happen. There's a lot of manipulation that goes on, and if the guy doesn't have enough game, and if he doesn't have a program, he doesn't have a masculine identity, they'll let these things happen. Like even K-Zag was talking about with the NBA guys and any athlete really, because a lot of the reason why we talk about the folly of looks, money, status is that when it's looks, money, status, you got to remember that that's what the woman is attracted to, not you. So the reason why the athletes have these wives for their entire career is that these athletes are not home most of the time. So the woman gets to enjoy the looks, money, and stat. And when I say look, not the man's look, but the look of the lifestyle that comes with being an athlete, right? So they enjoy the looks, the money, and the status of being with an athlete. But when the man retires and he actually has to come home and be an actual husband to the woman, she doesn't want that shit because she never liked you in the first place. She never liked the guy in the first place. You see what I'm saying? And
that's why the women leave.
And that's what we talk about when we talk about game and a masculine identity and really knowing who you are and, leading with that, like the girl said in the video, coming in, the man learns the woman when she gets acclimated to his world. But if you haven't constructed your world, if you don't love yourself enough to having, designed your own life and doing things the way you like it. See, the problem with so many guys is that they don't even know the way they like things because they're waiting for a woman to come in and tell them, okay, whatever the woman likes, and then I'll do what she likes so I can have sex with her. Because deep down, I don't really care about myself, and therefore I don't care about how or what I like. So I'm just waiting to find a woman to ask her what do you like, woman? And then when a woman says, yeah, I like A, B, and C, and then the man does A, B, and C. But then ultimately, these type of relationships don't last. And sometimes they can become very dysfunctional because you were lying in the first place. You understand? You weren't being honest with yourself. So you start off from a dishonest place. And then as you go further, it only grows resentment. It only grows, more disingenuousness, a lot of lying, a lot of dysfunction, then sometimes that leads to arguments and, abuse and all this other shit. And so, this is why the masculine identity and knowing who you are and having a program, designing your life. And then after you construct all of these things, then allowing a woman to come into that, and let her remember, like the girl said in the video again, she said, you're the initiator and I have to learn you. So let the woman come in and learn what she needs to learn.
Yeah. And these guys avoid it.
I'm going to say before I let you guys go, but when I was younger, that was a closet case of me. I was afraid to tell women what I wanted. And that just led to manipulation. And I realized if I rip the Band-Aid off and tell the woman exactly what I want, all she can do is say no.
Exactly. Yep.
That's right.
That's it.
I think a lot of
I was just going to say that, like the thing that just to dovetail off of what Miles was saying is that one thing is that a lot of guys, if they have something of themselves, they hide it because they're afraid that, like, oh no, she's going to criticize the fact that, like, I collect Pokemon cards or whatever. I know tons of adults who collect Pokemon cards. They have cards worth like many, many thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? It's an investment tool. Not like, oh, let's play. And some of them do play. Like, who cares, But they'll hide that. And or they don't have anything to hide at all. Right. They're like a nothing. They're part of a job and then that's it. No hobbies, no interests, no personal education like reading or doing things that are outside of the normal purview of a regular day. There's nothing there. There's no like personal growth or depth being developed. So many guys have zero hobbies, right. And going to the gym is not a hobby.
I think that as we were talking, especially caller when you was mentioning, was it a buddy of yours where the wife was saying that she was?
No, this was a YouTube vlogger, a celebrity.
Okay. Well, sometimes guys are lazy. They don't want to do the work and consistency, so it's a relief for them when their so-called person, those are the type of people that call them person, will make plans. The only thing that happens in the long run is when that woman leaves them, now they have an excuse and a complaint, and everything. Oh, she left and I gave her everything. She wanted this, I gave her that. She wanted this and I gave her that. The thing is that he wants an easy life without making decisions. But when it doesn't work out for him, now he has something to complain about instead of being the person that's making the decisions and building the life. And so you'll have guys complain later on because she left. But if she never left, he would still be sitting there being in a sucker role, still being a passenger in his own life, still letting her make a whole bunch of decisions. But when she leaves, all of a sudden now, oh, I did everything and I did this and I did that. Really, you were letting her make all the plans. As long as you were there next to her, you was cool. A lot of these guys, because they got that pretty woman, oh, I'm cool. But when it don't work out, now we got issues. Now these women are so la 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 and whatever complaints. I don't hear a lot of complaints about women. I'm not around those type of dudes. So whatever they say, la la. So, now it didn't work out because you failed to act. Go ahead, Miles. I mean, not Miles, Zach.
No, let me add this. This is why for any women who's ever had an ex, say, all that shit I ever did for you, that's fucked up. So ladies, the reason why guys say all that shit I ever did for you is because they only did it for you.
Mm-hmm.
They did, but that's what I mean by that. The average guy, he asks women what they like because they believe if I do the shit that she likes, if I take her to the places that she likes, she'll like me, she'll be happy about it, she'll see that I truly care because her needs and wants and desires I'm putting at the forefront. See, I have never told a woman, if a woman wanted to leave a relationship, bye. And the reason why a woman will never be told by me all the shit I did for you, because I didn't do anything for her. It was all for me. She just benefited when she was there.
Right.
So I'm not mad at that. So any trips a woman went on with me, any dates, anything we did together, I did that because she earned all of that shit. So when the relationship is over, she earned all of that. Any jewelry that I bought, anything that I purchased for her, she can take all of that with her. Baby girl, go ahead and take that with you. You earned all that shit. Take it with you. Yeah, I'll put all that jewelry. No, I'll keep it. You earned all that. Oh, you thought I just gave you that because I loved you? No, bitch, you earned that. That's why you got it. I got it.
And half the time, men are so attentive, they don't even have to ask for what they want. They could sit there and be, oh, it's cold in here. Oh, baby, you want me to turn the heat up?
Before I go, I'm gonna let you guys go.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, go ahead, caller.
He was financially a businessman, but in the home, he was driving autopilot on his kids and on when to have kids and stuff like that. She was making all the decisions.
Right.
Coming him. So.
Yeah. And that goes with being lazy. Yep.
All right. I appreciate you guys. I'm a big fan of your shows. So.
Hey, appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for supporting the shows. Thank you.
Right, thank you.
All right, take care. All right.
Any of y'all want to speak to number 2 before we move on to number 3?
No, let's move forward.
Yeah.
Right there. Men let women set the tone, pace, and terms. They either let women do it or they ask women to do it. The video that we just saw illustrated that point where the guy is literally asking the woman to set the tone. What kind of date? What do dates look like for you? And see, if she would have told him a date looks like XYZ, if she would have gave him an opportunity to take her out, he would have did exactly what she said.
Exactly.
So now the tone, the pace, and the terms of how the relationship are going to be is already set. And she's the one running it. When you very first meet women, the first conversation you have with a woman is the tone setter for how it's going to be between y'all for as long as y'all deal with each other. Y'all got it.
It was just speaking about that video because it says so much. She was educating the women that was standing right there too.
Yep.
Even more, right? Because she said, "I am limiting myself because if you could show me something new in your world, that I haven't seen or done. So I don't want to even limit myself by trying to force my world onto you.
Right. Right. That was some real talk. That was heavy.
And let me add this. Let me add this to number 3. This includes the withholding of sex. Y'all got it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. We could get to number 4.
Insecurity ruins magnetism. The sexual magnetism gap. What does that mean? What does that mean that insecurity ruins magnetism? What does that mean? If you're an insecure guy, if you lack confidence, you're not gonna have sex appeal. You're not gonna be the kind of guy that women be like, "Oh, girl, he can get this." You're not gonna be that guy. So if you pay attention to how the average guy is in our society, I would venture to say, gentlemen, that the average guy is way more insecure than men have ever been in the history of this planet. Like right now.
Yeah.
Like men have never been this insecure. 30 years ago, men were not this insecure 30 years ago, 20 years ago. It's worse now. So what's happened? This is what's happening. The amount of eligible men who would actually be the type of man, husband, or whatever, right? The guys who women actually want to fuck, they're few and far between compared to the rest of the guys. But y'all got it.
Yeah, the thing about insecurity, what it is doubt. Okay. And the reason why doubt ruins magnetism is because for magnetism, like if you look at magnetism, it requires opposing poles, right? A polarity on a magnet, on a battery, on the planet Earth. It's all the same shit. So those poles they're fully defined. They are not doubting their position. They're not doubting what they are. It doesn't, the positive or negative poles and saying, geez, am I sure I'm a positive or negative pole? Right? It is and concluded in what it is. And so the same has to be with the man. Like if he has doubt, then he can't really reside in any kind of pole because he's flexible. He's willing to shift and alter his presence to kind of fit with what she does. But the funny thing is that the woman, she is either going to be a fixed pole herself or she's going to be mutable. And if they're both mutable, then they're constantly just shifting around each other. And the girl's going to be like, can you just give me something to fucking hang on to, please? Right? Something solid to latch onto. And if she's fixed, well, then she's going to be, a bit more grounded. She's going to be, masculine, so to speak. And she's going to fucking own the guy. And she's going to get disgusted and either use him and then toss him or just toss him away because she's just like, this is beneath me. And then he's going to call her a bitch when really it's his own fault. So really the magnetism being ruined is due to self-doubt.
Yeah. And we saw it in the video, when the guy, when she gave him some game or she told him what she told him, and he started looking at the ground. Like that was his body language indicating his insecurity, right? His self-doubt. And we literally saw her frustration turn into a lack of attraction during the conversation, which is why she ended up popping her balloon. So yeah, that's definitely true.
Man, I got an example of this the opposite way. And it's with my son, and it's just about I go pick my son up from school, and he has crumbs on his face every freaking day. Like the dude just crumbs and stuff, and he hops in the truck, and I tell him, boy, come on, man, like come on. I understand this generation is swagless, right? They don't worry about swag too much, but come on, son, you got to represent us, man. Like, clean your face. And I'm always on them about, hey, man, when you're in the bathroom, check yourself out, whatever. Well, I go to pick him up and he's kind of running behind, and the teachers and like some of the after school ladies are like, man, your son, everybody's always drawn to him. In the back of my head, I'm like, with the crummy face? And they're like, yeah, he's just, I don't know, he's really nice and cool and everybody likes him, and they're really just kind of drawn. This is a teacher saying this, and she's like, I don't know, maybe it's just like the confidence he has, just like he's really just like a confident kid in the way he walks, and like, people are really drawn to him. And I'm in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm glad he has that. I'm just hoping he just doesn't come out with crumbs on his face right now. Like, it's going to irritate me. But he's a confident kid, and people are drawn to that, even the teachers and the assistants and stuff. And so, you walking around with insecurities, it's going to affect not only you, but the way people see you. And that's also going to affect opportunities you might get too, so along with, that sexual magnetism that ladies may have for you. So
let me throw this out there. And this is what I make a lot of videos talking about this. And guys don't understand how detrimental how they view themselves and how they behave is, and how much is hurting their ability to attract women, right? And I think, Justin, you said something about it before. Women can't get grounded around these kind of men, right? Guys, if you have sexual anxiety, fear of being rejected, fear of being judged, and a need for reassurance, you're not going to be attractive to women. No woman is going to be attracted to that. Now, if there's a use for you, if you have some money, or if you're offering a lot of dates or something, like that, be women who might deal with you out of convenience, but there is no woman on this planet who can be sexually attracted to guys who are into you. Y'all got it.
Right. Yeah. Did you want to just get to the number 5? I think we finished number 4. Zach. All right. He says the average number 5 is the
There we
average
go.
man.
The average man puts.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and read it. The average man puts women above himself. Yes, I mean, we talk about this all the time. Men pedestaling women, and again, when the guy was asking her, what does a first date look like? And she said him multiple times, like, I would ask the man what he wanted to do, and I would want him to plan it, and I would realize that I'm stepping into his world, and again, a lot of guys don't realize that putting women in a leadership position is you putting them above you, and you being so focused on their comfortability is you putting them above you. We have to understand this. As men, a part of natural masculinity is making everyone around us comfortable. And when I say comfortable, it's not just all about like things being cushy necessarily. Like, everything doesn't have to be soft and cushy. But when I say comfortable, what I mean is effective enough for others to thrive around us. So that means we have a wife, right? We put her in a home. It's secure. And the reason why it needs to be secure is so when we get her pregnant, she can be safe. She can feel safe, so she can that 9-month process of bringing life into the world. And then once the life comes into the world, then she's safe enough to nurture that life. And then, so this is what we do as men. We create structure, we create protection, we create so many different things. And so when you sit there and you ask a woman, what does your first date look like? It's very counterintuitive. It's ridiculous. Return to manhood. He says, Kazak says, most men would never experience genuine femininity's a submissive woman, not because women don't want to be feminine, but because the average man never inspires it. Exactly. Exactly. You keep asking.
And it's a bit of a trap, Miles, too, because by simply wanting them to, you prevent it from happening.
Yes.
That wanting is the problem, okay? Because that automatically puts you in a submissive position, okay? And it's kind of like, if you guys seen that movie Kung Fu Panda, and the Shifu and Oogway the turtle, they're talking about Po, and he's like, Po, he's a piece of shit, he's fat, he's stupid, he's like, how can he be the dragon warrior? And Shifu was trying to make his every day a living hell so that Po would just leave. And and then what's his name? Oogway, he laughs and he says, sometimes we end up meeting the destiny on the path that we take of trying to avoid it. And so that's what these guys are also doing. They're like in their pathway to try to get to the feminine woman or get her to be feminine. They actually end up preventing that from happening.
Facts. Real talk. So, go ahead, J. Roman, if you got something.
No, that was me.
Yeah. So yeah, the fifth reason, of course, is men put women above themselves, and we got to stop. Again, I was trying to make the point. I was trying to bring it back around. We have to understand that the comfort that we think that we're seeking to provide is already built into our nature as men. So that means expressing your masculine identity from an authentic place means it literally means a woman's comfortability. But the problem is finding the right woman, meaning the compatible woman. Shout out to Chip Burner for the $4.99 super chat. He says feminine women got it the hardest in current dating era. You might be right. You might be right. Because we see how that woman, she was literally trying to teach this man, guide this man. She was trying to guide him into masculinity, and he still couldn't get it. You understand? And once a woman has to do that for a man, she automatically loses attraction for him. We have 862. You're on the Manhood is a Skill Set show. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Justin, 37, Houston.
All right.
Yeah, I just want to tell y'all a quick story, man, because you guys are talking about insecurity and also having your masculine identity.
Yeah.
So yesterday, man, I went to the club. I'm from Jersey. I just moved down here. I went to the club, and like, you know, a lot of people down here have a different swag than I do.
Mm-hmm.
I like to wear my hat like to the front, the bill to the front, but tilted to the side a little bit. You know what I mean? So I went to the club like that, and you know, I got a couple of comments. Like, I was probably the only person not the club, like the bar. I was probably the only person in the bar like that had that kind of swag.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I get some comments like it was weird for some dudes that they'd be like, oh, somebody would call me slime. Like somebody would say, you know, oh, my hat looks like it's from the Negro League. I'm like, dude, it's a mess hat. Like, listen, I don't drink Country Time lemonade. I don't put molasses in my sweet tea. I don't shovel manure. I'm from the tri-state area. This is how I swag. This is the way I like to have my shit sitting. You know what I'm saying? When I walk in the place, that's how I do.
Right.
And some chicks were feeling it, and some chicks weren't. But you know what? I'm glad I did that shit.
Right.
And I'm glad I didn't fit in with anybody else. You know, because it's you know, that's just the fact that you display confidence, even if you're different from everyone else. Maybe not everybody's gonna gravitate to you, but you'll find the right people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly. Representing yourself authentically is what will allow you to attract compatible people. Because again, to try to be like everybody else is to take away from your uniqueness, is to basically disrespect the fact that you are a unique, specific person. So, and if we're not celebrating or at least acknowledging and considering our own uniqueness, then what the fuck are we doing? And then once you don't do that, once you're not displaying your own uniqueness, how can you ever catch the attention of the people who are actually gonna vibe with you, the real you, for real? It's not gonna happen. And that's the problem with so many people. They put others above themselves, they put women above themselves, and so they end up not expressing themselves from an authentic place, therefore never attracting the people in their lives that they actually need to attract.
Facts, man. Yeah, like I said, I'm a big fan of y'all show. This show is dope. It's fire. Keep doing what y'all do. But yeah, thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling.
Appreciate you calling, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
So something really brief to recognize is that a lot of guys, or I would argue that every guy who's hetero, right, would like to have a woman yield to him. How can she yield if he already has? What's she going to yield to?
What is she?
You know what I'm saying? It's like water on a stream yields to the shape of the bank. It yields to the rock that's in the middle, right? The stream is going, you take a big boulder, you put it down in the middle of the stream, the water's going to go around it, okay? What happens if you take a pitcher of water and pour it into the stream? Nothing happens. You know what I'm saying? Something has to be more solid and more stable in order for that water to change its direction or change its shape, right? So either you scoop it into something solid, or you put something solid in its way, or you build the banks to change its direction. But that can only happen if you don't put it above you.
Right. Exactly. We got 980. You're
Miles, can you
on
put him
live.
on hold real quick?
Okay, hold on. 980, just hold on for a second.
Okay, let me just say this real quick about women submitting and all that. Guys have to remember that when women are dealing with you one-on-one, all of that social shit go out the window. None of that shit matters. When you're dealing with women for real, there are forces at play that are psychological and biological that really determine how she shows up for you. All that, let me say the right thing and do all that social shit that people do, bro, that shit really don't matter. There's shit way deeper than that at play that can literally determine whether or not you have a fruitful dating life or a fucked up dating life. Y'all got it.
Caller, let me see. 980. You are on live on the Manhood is a Skill Set Show. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Israel 26, Georgia. What's
All right.
going on?
What's going on, Israel? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. I was just recovering from, a little cold, but now I'm back better, 100%. I'm glad you guys did this topic because Kay Zagan and Lucario touched on this yesterday with the show about, and I'm glad you guys did this topic because that Michigan State coach, basically all these 5 things that you guys listed, that coach basically, broke every one of those, or actually put that woman above him instead of focusing on getting his millions. Not to mention that he actually was operating off pure emotion, because shout out to Steve, where he talks about how the emotional male makes excuses for the fact that they're not shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much also what a lot of these guys do. And I think it was the 3rd or 4th rule where Kay Zagan says that it's the insecurity, like, the fear of rejection. Guys, the thing is that, and this is why I love history, but also nature, the natural order of things, is because all this, whole thing about, women want you to be a soft gentleman and, tamed and super respectful. And that's all bullshit because, when I look at nature and history, right? And I was driving around the other day and I'm like, yo, all these luxuries, I said, this is the power, like, all this is manpower right here. There's a reason why there's a term manpower, because all this shit, the luxuries, the roads, traffic lights. You think women actually did this shit? Like, majority of women actually did this shit? No. Like, if you, as back in the day, as a man, if you had to get up and hunt regardless of how you felt, and if you didn't hunt, you didn't get to eat.
Right.
So if you're afraid to, go out and approach women, automatically, biology is always going to override, sociology. So if a woman senses that you're afraid, guess what? Then she's not going to want to even fuck with you, because I remember the other day, I was at the mall, right? And, some loud sound went off where people thought it was gunshots. And you know what I noticed? Like, a group of women actually curled up behind me. So mind you, I'm just there, even though I know that it wasn't anything serious, but I was aware of what's going on. That right there shows that women could walk around all badass. They could get on these podcasts. They could say men this. They could complain all day long, but let some shit go down or let shit go back into the dark ages. Guess what? They're going to run behind the real niggas and actually fix up real quick.
Right.
And then also, too, what I want to add is that since next week, Thursday, is going to mark 4 years of being with on the masculine and bad boy membership, and then it's also going to mark 2 years of being under Kay Zagan's coaching. And what I've realized is that being lazy in the dating game is not going to serve you well. Like, you can make all the excuses. I've been through all the, trying to get my looks, money, and status up. And let me tell you guys that are new or still thinking that the looks, money, and status is going to save you. Trust me, it's not. Like, I'll share this one last thing. I remember I was 22 at the time. This was like 10 months before I got on the memberships.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the speed dating event that I went to.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, All right. It was me and two other guys, and this one Irish guy, he was like in his late 60s. Turns out that the chick, and mind you, she was on paper a quote unquote IG baddie, and when she called out his number, guess what? I realized that it's because he didn't agree with everything she said. Like, because I remember trying to answer questions just to get in her good books and, like, you know, say, oh, if I like the same things,
Right.
then, you know, she'll choose me. But guess what? You know, a G move that he pulled? Because after, you know, we revealed ourselves, she's like, oh, I thought it would have been you. Because, you know, initially, she basically told me that, oh, I was the good-looking one out of all of them. But guess what? That's when I look it back. This is why looks doesn't matter. It's all about the behaviors and the attitude. Shout out to Kay Zagan.
Right.
And you know what he did? Mind you, when the lady or the host of the event, you know, gave the Irish guy and that woman, you know, a pass to go Axstone, he pretty much just said, here, take this, and walked off and left her speechless. Like, she's like, wait, what? So pretty much he was like, yeah, I'm not interested in you. Even though she was interested in him, is because he had a masculine identity. And when he saw her, he was like, man, I don't even like this chick. Like, you can't even fuck with me. Like, I'd rather go home and just chill by myself. Like, he literally walked out of the event and he just basically tossed that coupon back. So that moment right there, I won't ever forget. And this is why trying to be agreeable with women never serves you. Because anytime when I used to talk to women and they would ask, well, what's your relationship with God, or, you know, career, or this, that, and the third, I automatically know it's over. There's no sexual attraction. But when I talk to women and their voice becomes softer than mild shea butter, that's when I realize, okay, yeah, there's, you know, some possible sexual attraction there. And when I push the envelope, then, you know, I get to see if, you know, she reveals that she is or not. So that's all I wanted to share.
Right. Hey, appreciate that, Israel. Appreciate that, brother. And thanks for being on the memberships and getting coaching, man. You know, just keep going until you get what you want out of this, man. You got to keep putting in the work. You got to keep putting in the work, and then until you get what you want, and that's what it's all about, man. But we appreciate you, brother. Thank you for your support.
No, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. You know, the game is for life, Miles. So I'm going to keep going till the day I die.
Facts. Yeah. Go ahead, Justin.
I was just gonna say that caller, he said something really key. It said something about like the being annoyed by the girl, you know, and like, oh man, I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, truth be told, like all girls are annoying. There's just ones that are less annoying than others.
Facts.
Right? And so like even that girl in the red dress, okay, she annoyed the fuck out of me. Okay, but she annoyed me less than probably any of those other girls on the panel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like exactly. I have to tolerate all of them. My girl, she breathes my air. She thinks my thoughts. She's annoying. Okay, but she's the least annoying girl. That's why I allow her to stay around. Because if I can say shut up or go do something else or do this, do that, she'll be like, okay, right? And you know, but that's the thing, man. You guys got to realize, like, these chicks are annoying. It's like having like a pet chipmunk. You know, like if you've ever had like a small rodent pet or like a hamster or something,
but getting on your nerves.
Yeah. And those hamsters stink, man.
Appreciate you, man. No, really, no, it's real tough. But and I think a lot of that has to do with how much, especially when you're a guy that you're at a certain level, how much you have to preside over a woman. You know, her indecisiveness, you know, her emotions, all these different things. You know, you really have to preside a lot. You know, you have to provide a lot of things. You know, you're the gatekeeper to a lot of resources. It's, you know, it's crazy. And that's why it only creates more chaos when you ask a woman what she wants. Like you're way better off just telling them.
You're making them think when you do that.
And you're making them think, yeah, they don't want to.
No, they don't want to think. They want to feel. They want to be brainless, feeling creatures.
They don't want to think, and you don't want them thinking. I need you to follow these instructions, baby. That's all I need you
exactly. Just feel and follow. That's all you need.
There you go. Yep. Feel and follow. Don't think. Let me do the thinking. No, because and that's another problem. Because a lot of times, you know, you watch the old school cartoons, and there'll be one dude that will tell the leader, "Hey, I was thinking about something," and the leader will be like, "Let me do the thinking." When you have
I don't
more
pay
than
you
one
to
person
think.
thinking that shit, it fucks up the authority of the true leader.
Facts.
You have no authority because now the other person thinks they can always be in opposition of the leadership. Bro,
Right.
you as a man, you cannot effectively lead women with a woman always trying to put her input in it. That won't work.
Can we go over the five reasons real quick just to
Yes.
kind of
Yes.
kind of
We're
summarize?
gonna knock them out.
All right.
So number one, guys, we have the partner era, which has inflated the illusion of equality. We are not equal to women in relationships. Now, we can all that shit at work and at school, fine. We can have equality at work all day. I don't have a problem with that. When it comes to relationships, no, we're not equal. Go ahead.
No, keep going. There you go. Yeah.
My bad. Number two, most men have made sex the goal and side product. Number three, men let women set the tone, pace, and terms. Number four, the insecurity ruins magnetism. And finally, the average man puts women above him.
Facts.
Hey, there's a unifying thing here. A unifying thing between all five of those things. It's gynocentric.
Yeah.
That's all. The whole fucking shit is gynocentric.
You caught that. I'm glad you caught that.
Yeah, I mean, like even dudes having insecurities, right? A lot of those insecurities are based around like gynocentric lenses that they wear on their eyes. They just see the world through like pussy lenses or titty lenses, right?
Right.
Seriously.
Happy wife, happy life.
Right. You got to get like dick lenses so you can see the world like a man. You know what I mean? Not think in terms of women. You know what I'm saying? Like think because that's the thing. Like guys they'll have it's like a filter almost. They're like, oh, what if I want to do this, but how will she feel it, or how will she understand it? What will she think of me? Like even the guys who just simply they're like, oh man, I don't want to like talk to this girl or that girl at the mall because her friends might clown me. Because you're thinking in terms of like female. That's what girls think about. They're like, oh no, like what do people perceive me as? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what girls do, and it's all because of this fucking social media too. Being aware, because we were talking about that, I'm of generation, I don't carry we didn't grow up with the internet. We have no fucking clue. Like when we were young, like somebody had a cell phone, we were like, who do you think you are? Do you think that you're that important that you need a cell phone? Like who the fuck are you? And then it just kind of caught on. Yeah. But so it's like, we had like experience sort of creating our confidence, but these guys who are growing up with this secondary identity that's online, where people are watching you, they're watching your identity, they're watching your behaviors, they can criticize and judge and troll and like and dislike your posts, your pictures, they can clown you, they can fucking dox you, they can blow up all kinds of shit, so that makes someone really on edge of like, okay, I'm out here, but I have to watch how I'm perceived, I have to watch what I do and say, and that makes men like it takes them out of their natural framing, which is just like, I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks of me. Like, you think my grandfather anyone thought of him besides his boss and his family? Like, that's it. And after a while, it wasn't his boss because he started his own business. He started a dry cleaning business for restaurants. So that was it. He didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But now these guys are like, oh man, with that extended awareness. It's like guys got to get the fuck offline, especially young men.
Yeah, fact. Yep.
And social media.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Zach.
Yeah, it's Mr. Sharp. He says, so you're saying we should ask her questions to see if she meets our standards instead of being sexual with her. I think he's talking to you, Zach. He said.
So I don't ask women questions, bro. Like. Why would I ask a woman a question? I don't ask women questions. There's nothing I need to ask a woman. So, and then repeat what you said. Ask her questions to see if she meets our standards. Well, all I got to do is give an instruction to find that out. That's all I got to do. We can start off real simple. Take out your phone, put my number in it. Any hesitation, she don't meet my standards. I just walk off. And let me just say this, guys, normalize just walking off in mid-sentence. But y'all got it.
This is where I say that start using your own vision, right? Start deciphering, interactions and things like that. You don't have to ask anything. You can just see. You can see these things, and you got to learn how to decipher what you're seeing. If you say, "Hey, I'll pick you up about 7:00. I'll be there. Be ready. Let's go have some fun." You get there, she's not ready. You're sitting around, you're waiting 20 minutes. Oh, please, just give me 20 minutes. Just give me 5. Okay, you don't respect my time. I don't know if you're used to people really picking you up on time, but this is ridiculous. I'll give you this one time, but I can't have this happen again. Right? Yeah. You didn't have to ask her, "Hey, are you a timely person?" No, you didn't have to ask her that. You just observed it. Because if you did ask her, she'll say, "Yeah, I'm a timely person. Yeah, I don't have to make anybody wait for me. I'm normally ready." And then you go pick her up, and that's not the case. So you guys will ask questions, take the answer as give all and be all, but yet you see her doing something different. Go with what you see. You ain't got to ask a lot of questions. Go with what you see.
Facts. Yeah, and that's something that I talk about on the masculine identity membership with my guys. We talk about understanding how to give instruction and make observations, and how to lead the conversations that way. You understand? So, guys, if you guys want to get into that type of game, make sure you join us every Monday night on the masculine identity membership Zoom calls. Every Monday, 11 p.m. You got to be a part of the membership. So go to masculineidentitymembership.com to be a part of that. But yeah, man, you got to know how to make observations. And, this is why we suggest you get your exposure up, your exposure therapy up. Get out there, talk to women, engage women socially. You don't have to try to get every woman's number. You don't have to try to fuck every woman. But the point is to get out, and not just women either, but the point is to get out there and speak. The point is to get out there and learn how to express yourself, learn how to deal with people, learn how to carry a conversation, learn how to lead a conversation. It's very important. They say the closed mouth don't get fed, right? The squeaky wheel gets the grease. A lot of times your life could be so different if you would have just opened your mouth and said something. You could have got a discount. You could have got offered a job. You could have got a business opportunity. You could have met somebody that, put you in position to do something great for the next phase of your life. You never know. You understand? But just sitting there on your phone all day, or, playing video games in your basement, it's not going to get you nowhere. You understand? Whether you're trying to get money, pussy, status, looks, whatever the fuck you're trying to get, is not going to get you nowhere if you don't know how to talk to people.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
Right there. And Miles, you said something. You said talk to people. A lot of people don't understand what it means to be relatable. A lot of you guys, when you meet women, they can't relate to you. There's nothing personable enough about the interaction for them to sink their teeth into, or at least have some genuine curiosity about. Right? Guys, this whole looks, money, status, and that's another thing about the social media, because people always say, did social media or the internet ruin relationships? No, it didn't ruin relationships. It ruined people being able to go outside and experience life for themselves. So instead, they come to the internet for all their information. Right. That's a problem, right? Because a lot of times, a lot of you guys, you're getting your information from guys that are doing what you're doing, running to the internet for information. Who's out there really on the ground telling you motherfuckers what's really happening? Not because see, social media, they just tell you the surface level shit. But in reality, that's not what's really happening. There's way more to it than that.
Right.
But go ahead, Miles. Where can they catch you at, fam?
Oh, yeah. So definitely, guys, masculineidentitymembership.com. Excuse me. If you want to get with the the Monday night Zoom calls and be a part of the membership. We got a library of content over there, as well as the members, with the Zoom calls. We record the Zoom calls, and that also goes into the library. So we always have new content on the membership. So go to masculineidentitymembership.com. And then, of course, make sure you go to cunninghamelements.com, cunninghamelements.com. It is still shea butter season. Certain parts of the East Coast is going down to 14 degrees at night, man. So I know y'all need to moisturize, get your shea butter right, moisturize your skin. Look, the other day I walked out the house without putting any shea butter on my head, and I felt a difference. I need the scalp to be moisturized. So guys, go get your shea butter, man. Go get your cologne. We got the Masculine Identity cologne, eau de parfum, and we also have the soaps. So make sure you guys go over there and check that out. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to K-Zag, shout out to Mr. Justin, shout out to Jay Roman. Appreciate being on the show with you guys.
Definitely. Yeah, just for me, go to thedominanceacademy.com. If you have any questions, you can actually email me directly through the website. You don't have to go to Instagram or use email. There's a place on the site that you can email me directly. Everything on the site, well, not everything, but the student mentorship program has a drastically reduced price, and all of my tutorials. So there's a tutorial section where there's mini lessons. So it's like one focused topic, and it's a mini lesson, a 30 to 45 minute lesson that's audio, and those have all been reduced, and that reduction is going to continue until December 25th. After that, everything is going back to normal price. Okay. And then just keep your eye out for books. I've got they're actually a print version of How to Be a Dominant Lover that is going to print, and that will be on Amazon soon. And then two other books about their deep philosophical wisdom coming from the dominant side as well as the submissive side. So these two books are also coming out soon. Just waiting for Amazon approval and that kind of bullshit. But yeah, thank you for having me on, Zach. Shout out to you fellas.
Yeah, Zach, thanks for having me here. You can contact me at jromanway@gmail.com. Just email me. I'll get back to you. I'm a very busy dude, so it might not be that day, but it also gives you some time to think about whatever we discuss and whatever plans we have for you. I'll tell you this, throughout some of the show, I've heard terms like being different, not being agreeable, and things like that. And I would tell you, it makes me think of coaching so much, because you're not going to be disagreeable. You're not going to be different just to be different. Mm-hmm. Okay, you're going to be different because it's who you are. And a lot of times right now, that's kind of people are being different and being agreeable just to be it, because hey, I shouldn't be agreeing with everything she says. Well, don't do it just for that. Like, it should be part of you and your identity that you are just different and don't agree with whatever's being said and done. And I think a lot of times you guys got to get some coaching to really understand and be comfortable with that. I am not different. When I talk and I disagree, I don't disagree just because I need to disagree on something or she's going to think I'm too agreeable. No, it's because this is who I am. I don't agree with this statement, period. And I think that you guys really need to understand that, and to make you feel comfortable with that, definitely get some coaching. Like always, Zax, thanks for having me on the show. And I look forward to Real Game No Theory tomorrow.
Yes, sir. 12 noon tomorrow, guys.
All right, cool. I appreciate y'all. Let me say this real quick, because the guy left a comment talking about men not approaching women because women have attitudes. Real quick, women are still having sex. So when guys say, "Oh, we're not approaching women no more," they're like, "So?" They're still getting dick. So the only guys that are not approaching women anymore are guys who are never getting pussy anyway. See, the guys that were getting sex, why would they stop approaching women? See, when guys say dumb shit, you're just one of those guys who are invisible to women. So women don't, guys, I promise you, women are not crying themselves to sleep at night because you're not approaching them. I promise you they're not. If women want dick, they can get it. You know what I'm saying? So you're not hurting women by not approaching them. Right? You're not really, because the men that are men are still approaching women. On that note, thank y'all for coming through. Thank all y'all for being here. We'll catch y'all tomorrow. Real Game No Theory.